Howdy, peeps. Go get your go reset the stuff. The electricity went on and off a while ago. Howdy, peeps. Okay, here's what is going on. This vidget I don't think it's too good a vidget, but a lot of times I like a vidget and everybody don't like it, and I don't like a vidget and everybody likes it. So we're gonna try it anyways because it's footage and it gets me another day. What we got here is we got a yard that we had set up, and it didn't get. I bet we didn't haul 13 loads out of this yard. We went through all this trouble for 13 loads, and it's a bottomless pit. It was in pine. Where pine woods growed here and then got rotten, fell over. So basically it was a bunch of decaying wood already on top of the pine. So basically there's a bottomless pit here. And when we put it in, we drug bottom, we drug our butts in it. I mean, something awful. It took 2 skidders to put us in. Roger Dodgy was pulling and Big Mama was pushing with the big skidder here that the camera's mounted on. And I had to take the boom and actually, use it like a boat paddle. Paddle us in there with the boom too. I mean, it took all, and we're lucky we didn't tear airlines out from under it and bend the brake chamber mount. I mean, I crawled under and looked at it, and it's got mud packed all up in it, and it was a tight thing, but it didn't hurt anything, but it needs to get the mud cleaned out. But either words, and here we are. You're going to see Stevie kind of pivots around me. He's driving a big skidder, and Junky's pulling on me. And you'll see him kind of pivot around, and I'm using the boom and the swing of the cab and pick it up. There's a bunch of stuff going on. It don't look like much is going on, but there's a whole bunch going on right here. But I missed it with the vidget. When I put the vidget up on the skidder, I didn't realize I'd end up missing a whole bunch of it. And Stevie said, I mean, they was freaking out. They said I about turned it over at one point. I don't know. I don't think so, but I did. And you're getting ready to see it. Just watch the front of it. Watch out. Tilt it to get a new bite. I ended up tilting that boom pretty far, they thought, or whatever. But I didn't think it was all that bad, but they was on my butt. But in the mix, I did blow a tire off the bead. That's how I leaned it hard enough. I did get a tire blowed off the bead. So we had that happen. And you probably heard it if I wasn't yakking on here. You probably would have heard it, the air hiss out of it. But it didn't bend the rim. We get to the new site, and I put tire back in it, or put air back in the tire, so it turned out okay. But here we're getting straightened out, and then we about pull Stevie over, and we pulled his back tire up off the ground. And he finally ends up letting go. But a little dysfunctional, but not bad. But we get her all set up and get everything put back in order, and we're going to grab a hold of it and pull her on out of here and head down the road just less than 2 miles, about a mile and a half probably, to the next setting. And we're just going to move with the dual arch skidder. Now here's the thing, our dual arch skidder is a 648 dual arch. It's an OG3 2001 model. And anybody that's been around the G3s know they can barely move the knuckle down. You got to have all your ducks in order. If you got a delimber up front, you're pretty much screwed. You can do it, but it ain't got no. And with this saw pack on the front and all my table, the way I got it all built up, it's about like trying to move boom with a delimber on, I assume. Not speaking from experience, speaking from educated guess, I guess I should say. But here we're coming out the road. I'm getting ready to dump Stevie off, and he's going to grab I don't know what he's going to grab. Maybe his log truck to finish off his load. I don't know. But we dumped Stevie off right at the char. And then there goes Junky. He's letting me go. So pretty much the way I'll skip subjects. The way it pretty much pulls is Junky stayed against me. I guess he's going to walk quicker and get that truck, get the old pickup. But you got to use the back skidder to push up tight so you can keep the boom held up in the air. The hydraulics are so weak. You got to be pretty much on flat ground. And my cylinders probably need repacked and all that good mess. I mean, the oil's probably bypassing in there. The valve bank, I thought I had it redone not too long ago, so I don't think it's the valve bank bypassing there. I think it's the actual cylinders, the oil. But it ain't got the big bore kit on it. Now, if you got it with the big bore kit on it, it'd be a little different. But basically, back in this era is when skidders just started to get supersized. And this was a big skidder in 2001, you know. But it just ain't enough skidder to do. Most small skidders are bigger than this nowadays. and for good reason. For moving the heavy equipment like this boom and stuff, you know, you need like a, I don't know, 748 or something, or a 620 Tiger Cat, or 5, maybe a 525 Cat could do it, but 535 probably. And but here we are, we're heading down the road, and I end up having to wait for Junkyard and re-climb up and go down a few little hills that you can't really tell in the camera eye. But we do. And then we get over here to the new spot. And when we get ready to go into this new spot, you'll see here in just a second. When we go into this new spot, it's pretty sidling coming in. So I had to come in pretty slow and had to get Junkie under that outside bumper with his blade to lift up on it and put it, tweak it and put it. Oh, the renters are coming. Man, they're pulling a big old camper. Well, boys, this week's renters are coming with the camper. So here I am. You can barely tell. By the camera pointing down, you can tell I'm climbing up a pretty good little hill with a grapple. Not a real, you know, but a little too steep to be sidling. But we end up going at it, just going at nice and slow. And if I pull too hard on it, my boom will pull out flat. And then it'll drop the nose of the knuckle boom down the road. So you got to watch pulling too hard when you ain't got a skidder behind you pushing you. And Junkyard's behind me. He's pushing pretty good on the bottom side. And she's leveling out pretty good. It ain't rocking too bad. I skipped a little bit of time there. But we rolled her up on there, and now we're up on the flat, and we're getting ready to set up on this new job. And then I assume I park it. Yeah, I'll park it and fix this tire. But here I'm swinging out wide. Yep. And then what we're going to do is try to tack it. Well, now to the left of the screen's a hayfield, so we're trying to stay out of the hayfield as much as possible. So we're going to try to squeeze the boom up into that old woods there. And then swing the nose, see how I'm kind of jackknifing it back in to get the nose back in there. So I'll put the cab of the boom in and then put the table in, so that way the skidders, when they stop and drop, they got time to swing out, and they don't have to, they got room to swing out and not get in the field too much. That's the idea behind it. Let's see what else I got going on here. Yeah, I got a bit of video there, getting it off the skidder and going over here to check it out. I'll be quiet.
Now we'll get him unpacked. I blew her tire off the feet when I leaned it over a while ago, Stevie said. I don't think the rim's good, is it? Should just have to blow it back on. It's got air in it. Yeah, it had dirt in it. It got dirt packed in it. Hell, it's still holding air or something. That's one of them son of a bitches out there.
Alright, what makes this a little bit hectic is when you're this far away from home and you do a yard move, usually there's trucks en route, which is just like this situation, especially with what she's got going on. See, because she's got to keep her dispatch ran tight because she's hauling off product from the mill too. So everybody's got to set up and get things rocking and rolling and get this boom back to whacking wood before, and get her some wood out there, because there is trucks in the route that left the mill on the way to get logs that ain't even been bucked up yet. So that's kind of what makes the rush happen every time. But the tire's taking air good, and I'm spraying some Fritz in it with some kind of solvent with some soap in it so it's bubbling. It ain't bubbling, and I had her jack up on it with the butt so I can spin the tire around. See here, I'm spinning around checking the bead. Soap, 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 soap. No bubbles, no bubbles. Soap, soap, soap. No bubbles, no bubbles. So everything looks pretty daggone fair. And here's Stevie coming to check things out. Don't know the camera's playing. So basically this thing airs up good and it don't leak any, so we're going to pretty much figure this is done. We got an entrance to bust in, and the dozer is on the job we just come from and on the next job. We got two dozers set up on different jobs, so we're gonna have to rough this lane in with the skidder blade enough to get the truck, the seedings rounds loaded out and hauled down there. You know, I got to level it out some so the trucks don't flop over. And which in 2 water lines. I think we got an XY water line running up here. One running one way, one running another way. We got to figure it out to get out of here. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the buttons and leave me likes, comments, stuff. Let me know what's up. And to anybody's wanting logger weight gear, go to loggerweight.com and help yourself at the shop there. And we got all that good mess. Take care of it. And mostly just want to say thanks, everybody. Hope everybody has a good one later on.